given how deep you are in the ground on where open source LLM technology is going, do you think that there might be big breakthroughs in the coming months or say kind of the next year that would significantly impact the way that you are able to help out your clients with LLMs? Yeah, as I said, tricky question, but I
I
don't know if
think
you have any thoughts.
I think the breakthroughs are already there. So there's always this lag until things really become products. And I think we're seeing the first things now with consumer products, right? So people taking GPT-4 API, building cool consumer products from it. But then, there's already a lag because GPT-4 came out a while ago. And until these things really penetrate business to business software and get deployed there. So I think the breakthroughs that allow, whether you consume an API or open source models or fine tuned models or whatnot, I think the breakthroughs are already there. And there are so many products to be built just on the tech we have right now. I don't think it's super necessary that there are more breakthroughs, just because there's so much to do. That being said, I have no clue whether there's like a giant breakthrough. I mean, certainly one can predict there's going to be probably one or two iterations of open source large language models that are significantly better than the generation before.
Mhm.
I don't That doesn't change the fundamental dynamics, but it just expands the things you can do with them reliably.
Yeah, I think you already touched on something that where something to me that's kind of obvious is something that's coming. You already mentioned in the show is larger context windows. So we have things like Anthropic's Claude has a 100,000 token context window, and I can't remember the exact number for Llama 2. Is it 8,000 tokens?
Probably.
I think it's that. Yeah. So that's a pretty big gap. But it's unclear how well. I mean, I haven't tested in the sense of that 100,000 token context window. Like, I haven't tested that in any way. Like, it's easy to say that you have that. It's another thing for it to actually work well.
Yeah, I mean it's probably, from what I've seen, I think it does work well when it's like you need to, like, is a specific part of the 100,000 token context that is now relevant and that you need to use. And I think it's really good at figuring out what that is. But doing integrative information processing across the whole context, I think there it's just a matter of, okay, the more stuff you put in there, the more noisy it gets. So
Mhm.
I I'm like you, I didn't thoroughly test that. Um, yeah, but it's questionable. Longer
Yeah.
context is for sure good, but it's questionable whether there isn't something smarter one can do on top of the
Mhm.
LLM rather than inside.